Barbara Lawn from NIH. Looks great, Larry. I'm very excited by it. It sounds like it might be a really very useful tool. I was going to ask about the did bacilli, so I'm glad you're looking into that. But by any chance in the South African study, are they doing urine lamb by any chance?
We did look at it in urine, and we don't detect lamb in urine with these antibodies. I think that we've seen some in the literature now that is questioning what you're detecting in urine, whether, and the reason that you perhaps detected in those with advanced HIV infection, perhaps what you're doing is you're detecting, TB that's either, in the kidney or in the bladder, and you're not detecting really circulating lamb that's being eliminated through the kidney into the urine. So in our hands and in the, looking at urine specimens, we did not see that this would be valuable in doing that.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. I wanted to follow up on that. I don't know whether there's internal data on this. So one of the issues always is, of course, in other body fluids, and I'm thinking of children and disseminated disease, and wondering whether you have begun to look at that, because what we have now is nothing.
We have looked in other body fluids, and urine was one, looking for younger. I think we also tried blood, but we didn't see anything there either. The only other specimen that we saw that might be useful with children is that we did detect lamb in feces that was proportional to the AFB smear result. And so for those that were strongly AFB smear positive, we had very high lamb detection in feces. And so that would be a specimen that might be applicable to a pediatric population.
Thanks for mentioning the feces question. I would just like to bring up an issue that we saw when looking at other lamb lyses in urine, which were turning false positive when there was a fecal contamination of urine. Just to bring that issue up and potentially raise the question whether you've looked at that already.
No, just that, as I say, in one of the studies, we got urine specimens and we got fecal specimens, and we were able to detect lamb in the feces, but we saw none in the urine. And so we didn't look specifically at cross-contamination. And these were in adults, so perhaps less likely to have cross-contamination.
Have you looked at specificity in stool yet?
I don't think so specifically, no. Okay, there are two other presentations that coming after that Deborah didn't have on her program. Next is going to be Bob Wallace, who will be presenting on 21st century pathways to pan-TB regimens, and then Ann Robbins from CPTR talking about regulatory pathways for CPTR drug development tools and methodologies.